Was there some hamburger meat in it?
No.
Oh, well,
Well,
you
now,
fucking up. Yeah.
She was trying to stretch it.
Yeah.
It puts you in the mindset.
Let me know when you're ready, Yanks.
It puts you in the mindset of that chili Miss Amy used to make.
Oh,
yeah. But her crock pot chili was fire.
Right.
But like minus some stuff.
But
like how she had
my
the
homegirl Amy used to make this
beans.
vegan chili. And it wasn't bad for vegan chili.
Mm-hmm.
But she was always trying to like, I felt like she was trying to force it on us, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
And we used to be like, Like I remember one year she had a Thanksgiving. And she said, "You gonna come?" So it was me. I was fucking with this one. I was fucking with Miss Angelica, and Angelica could cook. So I was like, Angelica, I'm gonna have her make a turkey. She was like, "You can't have a turkey and 2 turkeys at one Thanksgiving." I said, "Why you can't?" She said, "You ain't never heard of dueling turkeys? That's like dueling pianos." I said, "That's some white people shit." I said, "Nigga, let me tell you, the more turkeys at a fucking black house, the better, nigga."
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't never seen nobody turn down nothing.
Especially because black people love having options. I want to be
Yes.
like, oh, no, that doesn't look cooked. But that
Right.
does.
Is this
Exactly.
smoked turkey or fried turkey?
Smoked turkey, fried. This one Cajun cook. Motherfucker, we roll with the
You know what I
fucking.
mean?
And so she
This
was.
one was injected with the seasonings.
Yeah.
This one was just.
This one was rubbed down, and she had a turkey that was rubbed down and out. You know, now let me say, here's the thing. I'm not saying every white person can't throw down and cook.
Amen.
What I'm saying is you have to be selective at the white folks' food you eating. That's all I'm saying. So at this particular time, she was complaining. She was like, no, don't bring a second turkey. So I still had my friend cook the turkey and leave it at the crib because I already had new.
Just in case.
Just in case. You know what I mean?
JIC.
And I made some greens and we brought the greens. Actually, I think she made the greens too. And we ended up going. And so there was, they had asparagus. Now, mind you, this was the first white Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I think me and my kids had been at, right? I'd never been at an all-white Thanksgiving. So they had asparagus. They had, what's that little weird casserole with
Green bean
no,
casserole?
no, not that. But they had, what's the little fruit stuff?
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia. Right, so they had the ambrosia and all this other stuff. So so I'm looking and I'm like, okay. Now the funny part was
Her white food was good, though. Her green bean casserole was good.
But white people make good white people shit.
right. It just ain't no flavor really to it. You know what I mean? It's just green bean casserole.
I
Right.
never had it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And I tell you what, when I brought them greens, I never seen white folks eat greens so fast. They was like, I've had these before. I was down in Mississippi, and my son-in-law's dating a black woman, and you know, does that fat back? Right, and they tore the greens up quicker than we could get the greens.
Yeah.
And left us the
and left us the ambrosia and asparagus.
Asparagus on Thanksgiving is a crime.
Yo. First of all, asparagus, white folks, is not a green. You cannot throw asparagus
Why?
in on Thanksgiving. You think asparagus is equal to greens?
No, hell no. But
Oh.
it's not equal to greens.
Like,
But it is a green, and it
I mean,
could
it's green. It's more
suffice
like
for
a
some
broccoli. It ain't like. I would rather you have given me spinach
shit. Ugh.
outside of greens.
Okay.
Facts.
You see
If
what I'm
I
saying?
can scoop some spinach and put it next to some baked mac and cheese and fake like it's green.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't no faking bacon.
You say ain't no faking bacon?
Ain't no faking and baking with that one. Hell to the nows is all.
Well, y'all know what it is. This is Coffee and Condoms. We are small in the building today, but that is okay because I got my people. The ones that's supposed to be here, meant to be here, is here. And that's what it is. And this is a special Coffee and Condoms for me for many reasons. But before we get into it, I'm going to let my partner in crime introduce herself, please.
It's Miss Newman, baby. How y'all doing?
And y'all know what it is. I am Scooter, a.k.a. the Funky Grandpop. And here's why it is so special to me, because the person I'm going to introduce to you is my firstborn, is my son. And today is his 33rd birthday. In the building, please introduce yourself.
It's your boy, Markel Lamont. Usually off camera, you feel me? But today, I'm in the seat. I'm on the mic. I'm talking shit. I'm in the building.
Looking fresh in that pink there,
Yeah.
sir. I mean, let me
Do
go ahead
it.
and congratulate
Cameron
that.
ain't
Yes.
the only one who can
I
do
mean,
it.
you
I
know,
know that's right. You got it on lock too, son. They look good for you.
You know, so, this is the thing, right? So let me start off with this for those that don't know. A lot of folks don't know. And here's why this birthday is really significant, because it marks 16 years that my son has been in the state of Washington with me.
Okay.
But what a lot of folks out there don't know is I didn't know I had a son. My son, for the first 16 years of his life, was living in Chicago.
Okay.
And he was living his life, and I was living my life. And he found me. And when he, but we was living our lives. Like, I didn't know I knew he existed, but I didn't know he was my son. You know what I mean? And he knew, you didn't know I existed.
Not till I was 12.
Yeah. So then, and that was somebody else getting in his ear, like, yo, da 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 da.
Really?
And
damn.
so, and I'm gonna tell my side, and I'll let him tell his side.
Yes.
So here's how my story went. Me and his mom was kicking it. We was cool. And when she got pregnant, I was actually going to Korea, and she didn't know who the pop was. That's just what it was. Right. So I had given my mother, his mother, the information of my mother's address.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, like, we moved from Philly to Jersey, and that address has been the same since 1977.
Okay.
You can call my mama to this day, got a hard line in her house.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, you can call this number, you can write to this address if you ever want to find out if I'm the pop. And I never heard from her. So I went on with life, and she went on with life. So I just assumed, okay, that wasn't my kid.
Right.
And that's what it was. And now I guess you can pick up from there.
For me, I grew up thinking somebody else was my pops until I was 12. You feel
Right.
me? And then that's when my mama finally actually told me who my pops was.
Right.
She had a picture of him from back in the day in the military. You feel me? And I think it was one of his career pictures. I don't know if it was a career picture or if it was from down Clarksville. But she had an old picture of him, a couple of his homies, and that was the only picture she had of him. And then from that point on, for me, it was like, I never know my dad.
Yeah.
I grew up thinking this nigga was my dad, and he ain't. And now I'm at this point to where it's like, okay, well, I know who he is, but I don't have a clue who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom, got a bunch of weird connections, so she ended up finding my grandmother's number, like, through one of her cop friends. She got a friend that's a cop, and she got all these weird websites that she'd be like, oh, you can find people on this. And
On the dark web. Thank God for the web.
and she ended up finding my grandma's number, and my mom got in touch with my grandma, and it was like, and my grandmother knew of my mom because, like you said, they had their conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think my mom, when I was first born, had sent my grandmom a baby picture of me, so she had a baby picture of me, like it was the only picture she had.
Damn.
But she still had it after all those years. You feel me? So she ended up getting in touch with my grandmom. My grandmom reached out to pops, like, some lady named Michelle got in touch with me and said that
you got a baby.
Her son is your son.
Well, I mean, like I said, so I never, like, when it all came down, I had went to my family like, yo, possibly this could be my kid. So we all knew of the possibility. But since I never heard from her, we just kind of was like, okay,
fell off the map,
must not have been yours.
But it was a strong possibility to the point where, like, my name came from him.
Yeah. I was in Korea. And she was like, what would you name your child? And I was like, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? And it was going to be these initials for this reason, for this purpose. You know what I mean? And that's really what it was. But at the same time, we never talked after that. Like the last time I spoke to her was in Korea. After that conversation, I never heard from her again. Never, you know what I mean?
And
So
she was good and pregnant when you left then.
No, she had the baby when I was in Korea.
Oh, okay. So she called and asked you what would you name the baby, and you not knowing she had just had the baby.
Well, she hadn't had him yet.
Okay.
But I knew she was close.
Okay.
And then I knew when she had him.
Okay.
And so, because me and her was cool. It wasn't like no hatred, nothing. It wasn't no ill, nothing.
Right.
It's just, but I was young. I was maybe 19, 20. She was like 26, 27.
Okay.
So at that time, I was like, well, let's stay in touch. But then I left Korea. Now, the way I heard it, I didn't know about the cop thing. Until right now. The way I heard it was, because she was like, I went and dug through my stuff and found the address that you had given me way back. And the number, and I called your mom. That's how I heard, but that was from her telling me. And she said, I had dug through my stuff, and I had found the number, and I called your mom's. So my mom, when she called me, she said, somebody from Chicago called you. She said, I think it's the one chick. And I said, probably, like, 'cause we didn't know a bunch of Chicago people. I knew her, and I knew my man who had just went back to Chicago. So I called her, and we talked, and I was like, look, 16 years, though? Like, you didn't find the address no time before that? But we was cool about it. And she was like, well, look, let's see what it is. We did the blood test. He came out here 2010, spring break. And once he touched down, we did the blood test and everything. Found out he was my son, which the blood test was literally for officiality, right? But she said, go to his MySpace.
We was on the same type of time.
Yeah.
Like she came to me like, I'm pretty sure I done found your dad. We done had a couple conversations, yada yada yada. How do you feel about doing the test? I was like, I'm cool with doing the test, but I don't want to talk to that nigga.
Nah.
Until we got a test done.
Right.
He was on the same type of time.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to the nigga
until we get the test.
Yes.
But we was stalking each other's MySpace.
Yo, when I went to that cat MySpace, nigga, he had my poses. I was like, wait, that's me. That's my pose. I was like, yo, it was crazy. And then so I kind of already knew just off the pictures. But just to be solid, you know what I mean? We did the test.
I wish MySpace was still a thing, because if you can navigate our pictures on MySpace, you could literally go pose for pose. Like,
yeah, you could.
I got a picture posing like this. He got a picture posing
yes.
like that. I got a picture posing like this. He got a picture posing like that.
Yes.
You could go through our MySpace, and I'm talking about every pose on my MySpace that I had. I could find a picture on his MySpace with the exact same pose.
Yes, 100%. 100%. And I was like, yo, genetics is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, whoa. And so after that, he came out here spring break. We kicked it. Now, mind you, at this point, I had a daughter. She went from being the only child
to having a little brother.
The older brother.
Older brother. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she was younger. So, and he went from being the youngest to being the oldest.
Okay.
So I was like, how do I explain this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but everything worked out. He went back to Chicago. He called me like, yo, can I come live with you? And I was like, hell yeah.
How long after you left for spring break?
I came out here my junior year, spring break to visit. I moved out here to start in my senior year.
Yep. That summer. No.
Yeah, you turned around and came right back.
I went back, finished my junior year, and was like, fuck it. For me, it was bigger than where I'm living. For me, it was like, I got a whole nother family. I got cousins, aunties, uncles, grandma.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never met my granddad on my mom's side, so that is already something that was big for me. Like, I got a whole grandfather
and a grandma. Yeah.
Meet, my grandmother on my mom's side has been speech impaired my whole life. You feel me? So, like, being able to sit down and have conversations with my grandmom, like, that was different. Like, certain things was just different for me. And thinking about that is the reason why I made the move. For me, it was more, I got a whole family I don't know about. And I'm very family oriented. Like, I won't say only grew up with my family, but, like, when I go home, I don't necessarily go home to see close friends. I go home to see family.
Yeah, because that's close knit.
Like, that's who I grew up with. I always grew up knowing, like, my cousins is going to be at my side. My cousins is my brothers. My brother is my brother. Like, that's how our relationship was coming up. So for me, I was like, I got a whole nother
world
of this. Like, I got a whole nother family of this. I got cousins I never met my age. I got a little sister. Like, on top of, I ain't gonna lie, Pop's MySpace looked popping. He was working in the radio at that time. This nigga had pictures with the New Boys, Chris Brown, Sean Kingston, all the hottest artists at that time.
And this nigga's popping.
I did. I was on my grind.
I didn't know where the fuck Seattle was. I thought I was going to DC. So I'm talking shit. Y'all finna see me on TV with the president. I'm gonna be lit.
Yeah.
And then I came out here and
Seattle.
And it was pouring down, raining, and green as fuck. That is the two things I remember. My very first time. We drove, and as we driving, I'm like, yo, all I see is trees.
Yeah.
Like, it is trees everywhere through this motherfucker. And it is dumping down, raining.
Yeah.
And it is springtime. I came on spring break. The sun is supposed to be out.
Did you feel the vibe when you first? So apparently you felt a good vibe when you got here.
I mean, I really didn't. When I came out here to visit, I didn't come out here with, like, no expectation. I really came out here with some, like,
meet my dad.
Meet my family.
Yeah.
And then that week I was here, Like it was a vibe. Like I had a little chick that I was ready to come back to. Like it was a vibe. But that I wasn't aware, but I was like unconsciously aware of like that because I moved a lot in Chicago, so I knew what it was like being like the new student, and that's what it felt like. Like I'm the new student. I can be anybody I want to be because don't nobody know me.
Right.
I'm gonna naturally be who I am. But out here, I got to be a little more me. Like it answered a lot of questions about me. Me and my pops was very, very, very like.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
When I got out here, more than anything.
Yeah.
Like it was scary to the point where it's weird to see how we interact now because nobody knows. Like it's only a few people that really knows like those first couple months, that early stage where I couldn't talk to people and say nothing without them being like, "You think that way because your pops think that way. You only think like that because your dad think that way. You only said that because your dad said that." But naturally, we just thought the same.
Yeah.
We thought the same.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, it was.
We felt the same about a lot. Like it was almost on some gay shit. We was finishing each other.
Yeah. That's twin. That's that twin shit.
And what people don't understand is I always wanted a son. My daughter is the way she is because I wanted a son. You know what I mean? So now I had a son. I remember when he first got here, and me and his mother was devastating as spades players. Let me say that. Me and his motherfucking mom was devastating as spades players.
Y'all was the shit.
We was the shit.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. Hold up. First of all, anybody I was a partner with, I was the shit. But there was certain people I had that dynamic with, that simpatico. Right? And me and his mom might have been probably like me, his mom, me and my man Hodges, me and Fox, me and my man Roe, me and my brother Paul. We killed. Okay. All the time, you know, me and my man Brad. Me and Brad sometimes. Brad didn't play spades that much. So Lamont was like, I play spades, right? So I was like, boom. So when he came out here, it was like we went to a party. I took him to a party. I was like, yo, let's go. We gotta go. I took him to a party. Yo, we smacking cats at the table. Well, we killing them, like doing them dirty. Cats is mad at us.
Right.
We talking trash. I got a picture of us. It showed up today. It said 16 years or something. It was like one of those Facebook memories. And when we're holding a deck of cards, he got a deck, I got a deck, and it's just us clowning because we was whooping ass.
No, we took that picture because we got all the books.
All the books.
All that, and we got all 13 books.
Yes,
oh, damn, that's been a mouse than on somebody else.
Yes.
So we took all the cards and spread them out.
Yes,
took a picture. Like, y'all don't get to play. And it was even funnier because when I came out here, I was like, I can play dominoes. And then I sat down with him and one of my aunts. And they smacked me, and I was like, "Oh, I can't play dominoes." But that wasn't the outcome with spades. And so when we sat down and played spades, I was like, "No, nigga, I know I said I could play dominoes,
right?
And I couldn't, but I can play spades.
I can do this, right.
Yeah.
And there was, we had to get our
rhythm,
our little,
rhythm.
things, learn each other. But there was never a point of like we didn't have no losing streaks.
I didn't have to teach him. At spades. At dominoes, I had to teach him. But at spades,
we came out the gate. Whooping.
Yeah, we did.
Tear some ass up.
I know y'all mad.
We just had to learn each other. We came out the gate whooping them.
We did.
That's
we
great.
did. We killed, man. Cats was mad. We playing adults. They cussing. They fussing at the table. Yo, we bust they ass.
One question real quick. You said that you grew up thinking another guy was your father, right? How did he treat you? How was he?
He wasn't in my life.
Oh, he was. Oh, you just thought he was your father.
He was like the very early stages of my life. Like by second grade, he was gone.
Okay.
But he had so when my grandmother had her third stroke, we had a very like chaotic night at the hospital. Police showed up, ambulance showed up, and one of the female officers said he had assaulted her, and he got arrested that night. My mom was at work.
Had assaulted the officer?
The officer.
Okay.
So he got arrested that night. My mom was at work. My uncle showed up and went to the hospital. My sister went to the hospital. Like, it went from being like a house full of people to super chaotic to me there by myself.
Right.
And that was the last time I seen dude. And then my mom had a best friend that they used to always end up like running into each other, working together here, or seeing each other at a bus stop here. And he would always get my mom's number from her and reach out. So I think the first time I might have been like 8. He reached out. Next time he reached out, it was my 12th birthday, like right before my 12th birthday. So maybe a week before. He reached out at the beginning of the week, pulled up. We pulled up on my cousins. Like, I'm a kid in the candy store showing my dad around.
Yeah.
And we go all over. And he had, my mom used to have a picture of one of his kids in our house. And I used to always think that was my brother. So I'm asking, like, oh, can you take me to see him? All this stuff. He's like, yep, on your birthday, I'm going to come get you. Never came. Didn't answer no phone calls that day. Nothing. That's the day my mom came home and was like, oh, that's
I
not
think
your
I found your dad. Yeah.
Not even I think.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's not
No.
your dad.
Right.
Like,
Right.
that's not your dad. Like,
Right.
don't worry. This situation won't happen again because that's not your dad, basically. Like, it ain't no reason for you to be crying over that nigga because that's not your dad.
Okay, hold up. Before you go any further, because some things that, like, we've talked, but we haven't talked this in depth.
All right.
So I want to know. One thing I want to do, we're going to call this the realest episode, because this is the realest episode we've had.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to call it the realest. So let me say this. So now he's not showing up. You think this is your brother, and he's not showing up. Like, what is, like, was when your mom says, well, that ain't your dad, was you like, well, who is my dad?
Yeah.
Or what was your thought?
So
How old?
at
12.
that time I was 12. That was my
Okay.
12th birthday. At that time, it was a little weird because when he first popped back up,
At
Right.
8.
no, well, I'll say when he popped up at my 12th birthday.
Oh, okay,
When he
okay,
popped
okay.
up at that time,
So from 12, so you hadn't seen him since 8.
I heard from him at 8.
Okay.
I didn't even see him at that time.
okay.
It was like somebody's birthday or something. We had a big party at the house, and
Okay.
my mom ended up bringing me the phone. Like, so and so's on the phone. I went in the bathroom and talked to him.
Okay.
Didn't talk to him after that
Got it.
since
Okay.
that many years later.
Okay.
But when he popped back up that second time, one thing about my older sister is my older sister was always kind of like my first mom. My mom worked a lot, so my older sister was really the one I followed behind. She was the one taking care of the household, making sure I was good, shit like that. So my older sister had
And y'all like 8 years apart.
Yeah, we 8 years apart.
Okay.
So my older sister, because he had popped back up, and my older sister don't fuck with him. So because he had popped back up, and she seen how like hyped I was about it, she had already told me like, your mama not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you that nigga's not your dad. Your dad name is this. You feel me? She didn't show me the picture because she couldn't find it, but she was like, I think your mom got a picture of him. Because my sister knew my dad. My brother, my siblings grew up knowing my dad.
So here's the thing. Let me chime in on that. So when me and his mom started kicking it,
She already had kids.
she had kids. Rochelle was about 8 years old, right? Angelo might have been about 3, 4.
Yeah.
Angelo kind of on the real. Angelo looked like he could have been my kid.
Right.
Me and my squad, we would take Angelo and bring him on base. We had him smacking girls' booties. Like, he was our little coochie getter. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like, yo, go smack her on the butt. He'd be like, smack on the butt. Because they chicks would be outside the barracks or whatever. And so, yeah, we used to use him. And Angelo was with it. Angelo was with the shit. And he would go over there smacking the butt. Yo, my uncle said da-da-da-da-da. And they would be like, oh, you so cute. And then he would come over. And Angelo did look like me, so he looked like he could have been my son already. So we played that.
And you kept him clean and everything.
And we kept him clean.
Yeah.
We took care of him. So then it got to the point where I was baby, like, so I had a key to shit. They had a little, so outside of, in Clarksville, Tennessee, there's there's mad trailer parks, but they neighborhoods, you know what I mean? So they living in a trailer park. We go over there. I got a key to the crib. I got a key to the car. I learned to drive, and mind you, I was a corny kid growing up. Like, I wasn't super corny, but I was corny enough where I didn't know how to drive, none of that. I didn't have sex till I was in the military.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So here I am, like, doing a lot of first things with her. She wasn't my first woman, but I'm driving for the first time.
She put that thing
I mean,
on
she
your
was
ass.
26 years old.
Yeah, she put the good shit
know what
on
I'm
you.
saying?
No offense to your mama,
my
but
mom is 5 years older than my pops.
yeah, so she put that experience
Yeah,
on your ass.
I was a kid. Yeah, she was throwing the thing.
She put that wolf on it.
And so
The wolf. When they suck your soul, it's a wolf.
So, at that time, I wasn't really, thinking about nothing else but having a good time. And me and my partners was coming over. one of my guys had just left to Chicago. His brother, Terry, rest in peace, Terry, had decided to stay.
Right.
So, mind you, this is crew. Hold on, somebody at the door. Actually, can you grab that? I got it. Oh, right now. Oh, you want me to do it? Okay. So.
You want me to do it? Oh.
So we kicking it hard. And, and that's really, like, really the beginning of my adult life as far as all the things that I got going on. You know what I mean? Like, so at that point in time, like like I said, I got a key to her car, key to the crib. We hanging tough.
Right.
And that's what we doing. Like we breaking bread. Like this was my family. Right. She had a roommate named Chantel. So it was Chantel, my baby mom, and Terry all living together. And then it was me, my dude Fox, and my dude Hodges. This is our crew. When I say this is our crew, one time we went out. When I came back from the war, I had got these glasses made. They was called Mega Design Alpinas. I got these, like, Alpinas was the joint in Philly and on the East Coast. They was dope, right? And I had got some Mega Designs made. And we at the club. And I remember this dude said I was talking to his chick, and he catches me. Bang! My glasses fall off. I'm not even thinking about that he hit me. I'm on the ground trying to get my $300 glasses I just had made.
Right.
Trying to get the glasses. Well, I'm on the ground. He hitting me. On the back of the head. I'm not even thinking about him hitting me. Out of nowhere, my son mom catches the dude. Right? Like, this was what we was on. Our whole little crew would tear the club up.
Right.
And she pulled the dude. She holding him. I turned around. I kicked the dude in the face. His whole head knocked back. Like, this was what we was on. And this was like, so we had this whole, like, it was like, what's the joint? Why'd I get married? Why'd I get married?
Yeah.
Like, that little crew, that little family crew.
Yeah.
Like, the young black crew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mari and all that. It was kind of like that era.
Mm-hmm.
This was my young black crew, but we'll whoop your ass.
Living single
you know
shit.
What I'm saying? Living single. There we go. It was living single shit, but we'll whoop your ass. And this was what it was. And we all had each other's back. So at this time, this is how I'm coming up. And again, she's schooling me. She's putting me on to, a lot of stuff I wasn't really hip to as far as, driving. And like I said, I didn't drive.
Right.
I learned to drive in her whip.
Yeah.
And so we're living a life. So here we are over in this trailer park kicking it. And so it got to the point where she was like, yo, I got to go to work. Watch the kids. And we would have CQ. Military, it was all kind of different reasons we was off.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching Rochelle and his brother all the time, Angelo all the time. But I was learning what kind of dad I'm going to be. And mind you, I wasn't a dad at the time. So I'm whooping their ass. I'm getting them. I'm stinging them because Rochelle had mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm stinging. Angelo didn't have to worry about too much. He kind of just fell in line. But Rochelle had mouth. So I'm stinging them. But I'm getting them. I remember one time she ran into the room and pushed the bed against the door. Like, you not coming in here? I had to call his mom. Like, you better come get her. So this was what it was.
You was preparing to be stepdaddy.
But we had... I had been there for 3 years. So almost about 3, maybe 2 years at least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in their life. Yeah. I'm in their world. So here he is finding out about me. What was the first thing they said about me?
Well, Angelo was already gone and living with his dad.
Right.
When dude popped back up in my life, Rochelle, knowing like how ready because me and Rochelle got my brother got the dad that was been in his life. He grew up with his dad. He was a military kid. That nigga lived in so many states. He lived in Belgium. He was on magazine covers, football covers. We thought he was going to the NFL or the NBA. Like on both sides of the family. Like we were supposed to have that draft.
Angelo was supposed to be gone.
Angelo, right. You feel me? My sister knew her dad, but she didn't feel like that was her dad. But like my sister's side of the family called me cousin. Like, you feel me? Because we lived in the same apartment as her, her aunt and uncles and stuff like that. So, but as far as her, she just wasn't close with them because she didn't really feel like that was her dad.
Right.
Still to this day, just that's how she was.
Yeah.
I was the only one that absolutely didn't know my dad. So when dude popped back up in my life, my sister was just like,
Fuck that nigga.
don't get your hopes up. Like,
Yeah.
one, he ain't shit. Two, he's not your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad is this person.
Was you like, what you mean?
And that was 12.
Yeah, that was 12.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't necessarily like, what you mean? I was just like, I was just kind of, at that time, I would say I was just like lost for words.
Like,
Mhm.
what the fuck?
Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? But she was
Right.
she was really was on some like, don't get your hopes up. Like, don't let this nigga get your hopes up. And you know, at the time, my mom was married, and her husband was also telling her like, you need to tell him. You feel me?
Oh, damn.
So when she came home from work that night, of my birthday, and I was at that by the time she got home, I was still making phone calls. Like, I was still calling, hoping like he's just gonna pick up one call. Nigga never answered. So that's when she told me, like, you know, well, I need to tell you something. She sat me down. Was like, that's not your dad. Your dad name is this. He goes by this. Like I said, she had the picture of him. From that point on, there was no other conversations of my dad until she found his info. Like, until we was on the phone talking about doing a blood test.
Yeah.
But you've been going by scooter since you were how old?
Since the military.
Okay,
Since I was 19.
Okay, so everybody know you. They knew you a scooter.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, my siblings know him as Scooter.
Okay. Yeah. What did
So-
your mom say? How did you react?
Like I said, I was just on some like she told me it wasn't my dad, but like I said, since my sister already told me, I was kind of like, it's like when you find the Christmas presents in the closet and you still gotta play surprise. That was
Right.
like that. It was
What?
Yeah, it was, like, I low key slipped up and was like, well, Rochelle says you got a picture. And she was like, what? And I was like, well, do you have a picture? Like,
Yeah.
Like, because I wasn't trying to get my sister in trouble. So then she showed me the picture. That time went by. So when we met, that's why I already, by that point when we was on the phone or had the opportunity to get on the phone,
Word.
I was like, man, look, I done been there, done that. Like, we can do the test, then I'll talk to the nigga. Like,
We're not doing this again.
I, at that point in time, could care less.
Right.
I was really like, I'll do the test to know. And that's why it was, that's why it wasn't just like a right away, I'm going to come out there. That's why I was like, well, I'll come out there to visit, see what it's like, see what you like, see, like, you feel me? Because I was, for me, it was like, if I come out there and I don't fuck with you, I'm not moving out there. You feel me? But what I had in my head, because my mom, one thing she did do was make it clear, like, it wasn't no beef between me and your dad.
Yeah.
He's not in your life because it's my fault. He got deployed to Korea. We moved to Chicago. We fell out of contact. That's why he wasn't in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So I always, from day one, had the mindset of like, if I like this dude even a little bit, I'll think about it.
Right.
You feel me? That's why I came out here to visit.
Mm-hmm.
So that was so for me, it wasn't necessary. Washington, the state, didn't matter.
Right.
Where I was going really didn't matter. What
It was him.
Yeah, what it consisted of, what it felt like didn't matter. Like if I liked it him,
Mm-hmm.
I knew in the back of my head I was probably gonna move here.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's because I mean I love my mom, but shit, I'm a city kid.
I've
Like,
been with you.
I'm a city kid. I grew up very loose leash. Like I'm like a dog. You walk off the leash. Like
Yeah.
you feel me? You better hope I come back. Like,
Right.
I was able to go outside, and at the time I was aware enough to know like how I'm coming up. Necessarily probably ain't the right way, but
In Chicago.
yeah, that's how I'm coming up. So for me, it felt like a fresh start. Like I don't know what to expect. I didn't come out here with any expectations.
Right.
Like I said, if I like them, I'll see what's to it.
I remember Lamont telling me the one thing my brother and sister said was he whoop kids. And that was the one thing he said. They already told me that you whoop kids.
That is one thing I came out here knowing. They was like, he's strict. He strict.
Yeah.
He mean. He this. He that. But yeah, for me, it was just more so like I already had moved a lot. I already had my love-hate relationship with my own life at home. Like,
Right.
I don't have, other than 6th, 7th, 8th, it's the only consistent years I stayed at one school.
Okay.
Other than that, I was always at a different school. I did 2nd, summer 3rd, transferred. Summer 3rd, 4th, transferred. the rest of fourth transferred, fifth transferred, sixth, seventh, eighth transferred, freshman year transferred, sophomore, junior year. Then I moved out here. Like, I was never nowhere consistent enough. To
make friends like that.
You feel me? Be attached to them. Like, I always made friends, but when it was time to bounce, I was like, well, shit, it's time to bounce. I was used to it.
Yeah.
So for me, leaving Chicago didn't feel like a big thing. It felt like I was just moving a year.
And there wasn't no transfer here. He got here and it was like, boom. It was only his senior year.
You feel me? But, but shit, I live in the building that I spent majority of the time in the state. Like,
he's still
like,
there.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? So
we was upstairs. He got the apartment downstairs.
Stability.
I get into it with motherfuckers on the hill. Like, nigga, I done lived up here 16 years. You can't tell me shit. Like, like, so... You know, it was at least that. You feel me? So, but coming here didn't feel like I was leaving nothing other than family. And for me, it was like I'm leaving family to meet family. So it's an equal, fair trade off.
Balance.
Right.
But yeah, like it was just I definitely say like for me it was a decision, but I feel like it was more so kind of like, you know, it would have been selfish not to at least give my pops the opportunity to know me. Like,
especially when you met him and y'all clicked like y'all like twins.
Dude, we clicked. Like, let me tell you. So for me, for those out there, y'all have heard me say this before. If you knew and you just tuning in, I am the most non-athletic brother you'll meet.
Right.
Other than boxing, I don't really know much other sports. I was nervous. He comes from Chicago, home of Michael Jordan. I'm like, he gonna come out here trying to play ball. I ain't gonna know how to dribble. He gonna clown me. Like, I was like...
You're non-athletic, aren't you?
I don't care for sports.
Yo, you took after him.
I don't care for sports.
He was a martial artist.
But I will put these hands on you. I love fighting.
Yeah, he was a martial artist. And that's where, like, I was like, I'm boxing. He was like, yo, I did Wing Chun. Like, those were things we had in common. His love for music. And like, he was doing drums. Right? He was a drummer cat. So his performance side, that's my family. We performers. You know, so all of these things started like shining through. And I was like, oh, snap. Like I'm bugging, right? Like I'm like, yo, like so now I'm realizing, okay, I don't gotta, cause let me tell y'all, I was reading all kind of sports books. I was reading sports books. I was watching Stephen A. Smith. I'm telling you, I was doing everything you could, because I wanted my knowledge to be up.
Right.
Because I was like, he gonna come out here and get to talking some sports shit, and I'm gonna be like, well, you know what? Wayne Gretzky's good.
Yeah, like I do when y'all start talking sports.
So, man, when he came out here, I was trying to front at first. And then finally I was like, yo, let me tell you, I'm just not a sports dude. We had to sit down. And I said, I am not a sports dude. And he was like, me either. And I was like, but I do love boxing. He was like, I love UFC. I love martial arts and shit. And I was like, man.
Thank God.
And then he did poetry. I was an MC, but I had just started doing poetry. He just started MCing. Right. Like our worlds literally crossed.
Right.
And I wasn't expecting that. So then it was like, and I was teaching a class, art of hip hop. So now, which was mostly teenagers. So now all these kids I've been teaching art of hip hop to, who've been knowing me, you know, and they only knew I had a daughter. Now out of nowhere, I come in with this kid and I'm like, this is my son. So everybody's expecting him to be like super lyrical with brain boosting chemicals, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh, this Scooter's son, and he from Chicago? Oh, he about to come out here. But he was nice. Right. He already had wordplay. He was a poet.
Right.
His poetry was filthy.
Right.
And I will tell you, he's got a poem. I hate it. His first poem that he did when he came out here was called 16 Years. Right? Because it's all about not having his dad. But it's my favorite poem at the same time because it's like, damn. But when I hear it, I always feel like, man, that makes me sound like a shitty dad.
Yeah, but it's not your fault.
No. Yeah. But, it's a powerful poem.
Right.
It's a powerful poem. And I was doing poetry at the time when he just got out here. So I was performing places. So I started taking it with me. So now I'm performing and he's performing. And we going around and we just doing boom, boom, boom. I ended up writing a kind of my own 16-year poem because of his poem.
Okay.
Because I needed people to hear my side of the story. Like, yo, I wasn't a shitty dude.
Right.
Like, I just, I wasn't.
Explain yourself.
But things worked out, man. And I can tell you this, man. Only regret I have, if there was a such thing of having a regret, is I wish I was there for the first 16.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like, and we've been through it. We've been up and down. Like we've been, in and out. Mad at each other and all of that. But we stick rocking.
That's father and son.
Yeah, we stay
You're gonna have
rocking.
disagreements.
And see, for me, I appreciate the dynamic and how it played out and how it came together, because I don't feel like our dynamic would be the same if we were together from day one.
No.
Like, to be honest, I don't, like, yeah, we would still probably be close, but I don't, like, it were some things that, like, there was wake-up moments. There was moments, like, when I came out here, like, I'm a clowner. Like, on my mom's side of the family, like, we ain't gonna do too much clowning before we gotta step outside. We ain't gonna do too much talking.
Yeah. No.
Motherfuckers is scrapping, fighting. Like,
right.
When it come to, like, my attitude,
Getting down
and fighting, like, that's my mom's side. But when it come to, like, clowning and being artistic and goofy and having a good time, and that's my dad's side. Like,
right.
We're all the same in that sense. We will ride every roller coaster at the park. We'll do the most daredevilish thing we could do. Like, we're that. So when I came out here, like, I was very, like, smart ashes, very sarcastic, very, like, can irritate you without touching you.
Yeah,
you
just smart ass mouth.
And that's where I got it from. Like, so having those realizations, like, damn, I was like this because of my dad. I was like this because of my dad. Like,
yeah. I got this from him.
Had he been in my life my whole life, I wouldn't even had those questions to begin with. I wouldn't have grew up wondering, like, oh, why am I like this or why am I like that, or you feel me? It would have just been from junk, like, oh, that's my dad.
You could definitely tell, right? Like when Lamont came out here to me, like I was like, okay, he used to doing this at home, and then everybody go, oh, that's Poopy. But when he did it, because that was his nickname. But then
Not
when
Poopy.
Poopy,
He just told your nickname.
Poopy.
Poopy or Poopy?
Poopy.
Okay,
Would it be?
marriage.
Okay.
So what? I ain't shy. It is. But that's what his nickname was, right?
Okay.
But I wasn't calling him that. I was like, I'm not calling you that. So when he came out here and would do asshole shit, I was being an asshole back.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like, wait a minute. Like, well, wait a minute. That didn't work. You know what I mean? And now here we are trying to out asshole each other.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, you never gonna win that. You never gonna win because I am there.
I'm
you know
the
what
top
I'm saying?
asshole.
But all of us are there. You know what I mean? That's like he said. That's that side of the family. Like
right.
We there. Like what? We know how to push the buttons. We would do whatever it takes to push the buttons. You know, I remember once. So Lamont had this female friend over. And him and my daughter and all of them are sitting in the room and they kicking it. And I went to the bathroom.
Do not try this at home, people.
I thought it would be funny to stick a wet rag down like in my pants right here. And then walk in the room and just kind of throw the rag in the room. I promise you I did not plan this. I promise you I didn't. But when I came flying in, up into the rag I planned, but where it hit, I didn't plan.
Right.
So I come in the room and I
Miss
throw
Newman,
the rag.
Guess where the rag
On
went?
your face.
On my girlfriend's face.
Not on yours, on the girlfriend.
Right in her face.
Because he put his hand on the side.
Yeah.
Directly in her face. Like, you remember that scene when Ghost told Tasha, if Tariq go to jail, it's your fault. And he pushed her right there.
Yeah.
That shit landed right there.
What she do?
I fell out laughing
Uh-huh.
because it was hilarious to me. I couldn't have timed it better. I remember that it got silent in the room. And she looked like, you're not going to say nothing to your pop?
And all I could think is, I'm finna be fighting about this shit for weeks. I'm finna be fighting about this shit for weeks.
I think Deja laughed.
Uh-huh.
And Lamont got to have this like...
No, Deja might have swallowed her laugh. Deja might have been like,
yeah.
And Deja was the one that broke the
ice.
like, Dad, that's not funny, Dad. Because I'm in there steaming. I am at that point. I'm boiling over. Like the pot is boiling over.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
There's
Yeah.
about to be an electrical fire. Like I'm like I can't believe he just pulled that out his butt and threw it in her face. There is like
As you can see, it's still funny to me.
we're in his house.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're in his house.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
old enough to have my own crib. Like I have very limited options here. All
Yeah.
I can do is say, "You want to go home?"
Yeah.
we can go to your house if you want. Like that's all I. We can go to your house if you want.
Yeah. He pulled the towel out of his ass
Yeah.
and threw it in your girlfriend's face.
It was hilarious.
But what were you thinking of doing? Like, what was your whole?
I always was clowning on my kids.
He just wanted to be an asshole.
Yeah.
He was in the bathroom like, "What's the most asshole thing
I
I
can
can do?"
Right.
But I always was like, always with my kids, you didn't know what I would do.
Right. Okay.
Like we used to do a thing called random dance battle in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just whatever was in my head,
That's what we doing.
that's what we was doing.
Mhm.
We started doing a thing called Family Fear Factor. Because
Okay.
we watched Fear. Well, I was a Fear Factor fan. I put my kids on. They became Fear Factor fans. Like, so if you came over, you had to really be in the mix.
Ugh, eating worms and bugs and shit.
It was just Family Fear Factor. Whatever we decided that day is what it was.
Oh fuck me.
And if you didn't want to roll with it, it was time for you to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But if you stayed, you was part of Family Fear Factor.
Ooh, Lord, I don't
You know
know.
what I mean? Like,
That sounds so scary. It does.
well, Lamont and Deja used to play a game called, it was like some number game.
The odds.
The odds. So I was like, y'all playing this game, y'all, this should be nothing.
Family Fear Factor was way before the odds. The odds
Right.
came after Family Fear Factor.
Now, what's the worst thing that you guys did on Family Fear
Oh, you
Factor?
got to pay for that.
Yeah, we can't tell you about that.
You
Oh,
gotta-
what?
gotta
Yeah, we
pay
can't
for
tell
that
you about
information.
that.
I can't.
It's that bad?
It's,
gotta pay
yeah,
for that
yeah. We can't
It's
tell you
called-
about that.
fear,
No.
It's Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Fear, just know fear is not a factor for us.
Yes, yeah. Word.
Oh my God. I'm
Yeah.
afraid of heights. So, oh man.
You afraid of what?
Heights.
No, we beyond that.
So-
Y'all be eating shit and
We
different
just,
shit.
we just know that there's no level. We
Okay. Ooh,
we
fuck
go
that.
on Fear Factor, we winning.
Oh, when y'all niggas say Fear Factor, my black ass is staying
I'll have
home.
you sucking on chalk like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, I could do that. That ain't nothing.
Until it
It's
gets-
always additives. Right? It ain't never just sucking on chalk.
Oh,
and that's it.
you gotta suck on chalk and drink vodka
Look, Miss
straight.
Newman,
That's
Miss
what-
Newman trying to find out.
Hell yeah! Yes, because it may come a time where y'all be like, let's play Family Fear Factor, and I'm sitting at home bored, like I'm tired of watching porn, so let me go. You know, some
I
shit
mean,
like that.
you know, well, all you need is 4 contestants.
X.
Dun,
That's
dun,
it.
dun,
That's
dun,
it.
After we
Just
log-
know you already got 2 prepared people in the room.
after we log off.
I'm
I
looking
mean,
at you,
Yeah.
X, and we already matching.
Yeah. See?
We
That floral
we
thing.
are already tropical.
There we go.
Look like we need to be in the Bahamas some damn where.
I ain't gonna lie, it looked like y'all came together.
I know. Came together.
X got on his church socks and sneakers.
Not church socks. I didn't even see that. Look down that far. I see he just got on his tropical
He
shirt.
got the joints when you pull them up, they look like compression socks. You know what I'm saying?
It's a tuba
no,
thing.
and that'll be a no.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No.
The devil is a lie.
Yeah, so it definitely has been for 16 years an experience. It's been a growth experience. It's been a life lesson experience. Like we have been through our ups and downs,
Right.
ins and outs, and still growing.
Yes, from the outside.
Yeah, and still growing.
Yeah.
But, it'd be funny to me when we meet people and people be like, and I tell, because a lot of people don't know our story.
Right.
It's not something we run around always talking about, but if you've been in our world and you get around us, then, you learn
Mm-hmm.
about it. And it'd be funny to me when people say, y'all only been around each other for 16 years? And we be like, yeah, they be shocked. Like
Mm-hmm.
y'all been around each other, especially with him and Deja. like him and Deja, when they first started beefing and having their little issues, first they got along and they started having issues. I used to make them do, let me tell you, I used to make them stand in their drawers outside in front of, on the porch and hug each other.
When they would fight, you used to make, so you had custody of your daughter for some years?
So the same year that Lamont decided to move out here, I was getting custody of my daughter.
Okay.
So it kind of all fell together.
Okay, and how old was she at the time?
13.
She's
okay. 3 years younger than Lamont.
Shit, okay.
Yeah, she's 3 years younger than Lamont. You know, I had already been going through it. So at this time, mind you, like, I'm finding out I got a son.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fighting for custody with my daughter.
Okay.
I was coming out of being homeless.
Oh, Lord. I did not know. Wait a minute now. You ain't never told that story. Nah,
that's a whole nother story. I was homeless.
Shit.
I was homeless for some time. Not like a couple days, but like 3 years.
That was another one of them things that I wasn't prepared for. Because like I told you, when you looked at his MySpace, the nigga was on the radio.
Yeah.
The nigga had all these pictures. When I came out here, the nigga was moving furniture in the military. The contract had just got pulled.
Yep.
The nigga literally was losing his job when I got here. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, so when people talk about they got it from the mud, no, I got it from the mud.
The mud, yeah.
Like,
you didn't put that on your MySpace.
Yeah, nah.
Then put the fact that your ass is homeless, nigga.
I was in it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, to the point where I was like, where are we all gonna live? Mm-hmm. And, you know, and things, I found the VASH program because I was prior military. VASH program got me into an apartment. I had a 1-bedroom spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I was making it work.
In Lakewood, across from the Air Force
You
base.
have to, though.
Yeah, I was making it work, like, you know, and still getting my daughter. I had a chick in Jersey who was saying her daughter was mine.
Everybody wanted a baby by scooter, didn't
So
they?
I was, like I said, I was dealing with all of this at one time.
What the fuck they say? Is it the shoes?
For real, it might have been the cut. That's why I shaved it off. I was like, yo, let me go ahead and change that up. And that's really what it was, you know what I mean? And I had to go through all of this. So found out the kid in Jersey wasn't mine. Had to go through all of that.
I know that was a hair-brainer.
Man, and that took years. You know, my son finding me, going through court with my daughter's mom. Like, all of these things was happening almost at, like, one time.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, simultaneously, dude. And I'm like, yo, when people talk about rough times and life hard, and I ain't talking about nobody else's life. I'm talking about mine, dude.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I knew the strength of me. You know what I mean? Because now I knew, like, because I ain't never thought about putting a bullet in my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
But you can go through some shit that will make you consider.
But I can go through some shit that make me consider.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at that point, like, I felt at the lowest of my low. Like, I didn't want him to come out. Like, now he's moving out here.
Oh, shit.
And I still got to find a place for us where he can lay his head and I lay mine.
Right.
And I'm going through this with my baby mom. And like he said, I was losing my job.
Right.
And all of these things was happening at one time. And I was like, yo, what else can happen? And boom, here go this child just saying that I'm her daddy. Like, all of these things was happening at one time. And I was like, yo, like, dude, I tell you what, the East Coast of me I was almost committing some robbery with iron, baby. What's my man?
I know that's right.
From South Central, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really was wilding, like in my head, like that's where I wanted to go. But
And
at
the
the
crazy
same
part
time,
about that is because by the time I got out here, he wouldn't have been able to do it without me.
But you know, I also knew like this is not. Like, this can't be it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
I
it.
always tell people one of my go-to songs, Jay-Z had a song called This Can't Be Life, right? And I would play that song over and over, like, this can't be life. This can't be where I'm at, right? Like, it can't just be right here.
Or the end.
Yeah.
It can't just be the end.
Yeah, and I'm just struggling, and my kids gonna watch me struggle. So I was like, so one thing my kids can say is they see me get it from the mud and bring it out of the mud.
That's right. God
You know
damn
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yes.
And, you know, and I own my home. You dig? So, like...
But you say, I'm not making payments, bitch. This mine.
This is mine. I own my home. So, like, but to go from that time to here, you know what I mean? That's huge. You know what I mean? At least for me, it was.
It
you know?
is.
And it was a battle, you know what I mean, to get to this point. And it was a battle to go through all the things that we went through. You know, even when he got here, I was dealing with baby mama drama with my daughter's mother, even with him being here. You know what I mean? Like, it was to the point where Lamont was like, yo.
I was telling my mama, I want you to come out here and beat up my sister's mom.
Yeah.
What? Was she here?
Yeah, she
Deja's
was here.
mother was
Yeah,
here.
she was here.
Now,
yeah.
what was going on that made you want to get custody of Deja?
Deja always wanted to live with me.
Okay.
Since she was 2 years old.
Okay.
And her mother always was like, nah. And like her mom was just not, because her mother was always under the impression, however I'm doing you, when you get the opportunity, you're going to do it to me.
Mm.
And
She's tit for tat.
right.
Okay.
And like I was paying $400 a month in child support. I was paying full medical, which I didn't know at the time I wasn't supposed to be paying full medical. So I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally at this time only seeing my daughter 4 days a month. That's it. I had
Every
the
other
worst
weekend.
parenting plan.
Every other week.
Every other weekend, dude.
That is it.
My parenting plan was so bad when we finally went to court, the judge said, damn. Literally, that's what he said. He looked at my parenting plan, he said, damn. And I was like, yes. Like, I'm trying. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, you know,
When I came out here my junior year to visit that spring break, my pops had threw, because he was teaching the hip hop class he was doing at the Dash Center. So he had threw an event at the center. Like, he wanted everybody that's actively in his life to get a chance to meet his son.
Mm-hmm.
My sister and her mom was the first ones to leave.
Yep.
They were the last ones there and the first ones to leave. Her mom walked in. I met my sister, hugged my sister, and blinked, and she was gone.
So where's her? They're in Texas now, right? The mama's.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have known me at that time, because I'd have come beat your baby mama over.
I wish I'd have known you at that time.
I don't like that, but see, that's one
I
thing
wish
that
I'd have known you at that time.
I've never been the person to keep the kids away from their father. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what your father is. He could be a junkie, he could be a bum, he could be whatever. If you want, my son's father will tell you, they got married and moved all over Tucson, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I would find him and be like, and you could hear him in the side. It's Althea. How the fuck she find out where we stay? I'd be like, don't worry about it, bitch. Here's your kids. So I was the bitch that would find him and be like, hey,
Right.
I'll be back Sunday.
You forgot something.
Your kids wanted to see you, nigga. Here they are. So I've never been against that type of bullshit, right? I mean, I've always been against that.
Right.
But one thing that I have noticed, I've known you since I'll say officially 18, because that's the time.
Yes.
That we did Nate's.
Right.
And then right after that is when we started doing Jay Wills.
Right.
I didn't know the dynamic. I knew that you were his son, right? But of course we didn't know, because Scooter and I never talked outside.
Yeah.
But I always liked the way y'all were together. You know what I'm saying? I was always an admirer of how y'all even acted or interacted out.
Right.
Y'all act more like best friends and brothers than you do son and father.
Yeah.
Because I never knew he was your son until you said, well, this is my son.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And I thought you were older than what you were. But y'all always acted more like brothers and best friends.
Right.
And I like that. I respect that for you, and I'm glad that y'all had the
thank you.
chance to get together and do that. And I know that your father can be an asshole, but I know you got asshole tendencies just like him. And guess what? If somebody fuck with either one of y'all, they're gonna have to deal with me.
There it is. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, you know, like going through what I went through, you know, and again, out here, I don't have family. You know, when I brought him out here, like all my family back in Philly, Jersey, New York, like it was just me. Anybody, and that's why I tell people all the time, something you got to understand. If I bring you into my world and I consider you family here, that's huge for me, because now you're the family that I not only created, but you also chose to be in my world.
Word.
You also saying, you know what, Scooter, I got your back enough to say we family. And if that's how we rock, because for me, I'm a man of my word. And for me, that's important. So I'm like, yo, I call you, I call you sis. There ain't not a time you can't pick up that phone and be like, Scooter, yap. And I'm not like, let's do what we need to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been that way.
Yeah, and I stand on that, and I take pride in that. You know what I
Fuck
mean?
yeah.
And that's guy, girl, whatever. If I call it, so out here, that was huge for me. And bringing him out here, I really wanted him to see that. I still, even with my daughter, I wanted, like, she grew up in it, but wanting him to see, like, yo, this is how I rock. You know what I mean? Like, if you got a dude speaking ill on my name out there, there's something wrong with him.
Well, I'm gonna say this: I ain't never heard nothing bad on you, or you. You know what I'm saying? But we do know some motherfuckers whose names are not good.
Oh yeah, 100%,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And I can't speak for the bad that people put themselves into.
Right.
I've been around you guys enough to say, hey, I got them motherfucking back. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot say
vice
you. And
versa.
it's crazy because we know people, mutual people.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've been around mutual people, but I cannot say if something happened with that motherfucker and I cannot say I'll go put Dukes up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know I've been around y'all. I know the vibe, and I know if I call Son and be like, "Can you just come get this motherfucker out my face?" I got the feeling that Son gonna be like, "Hey, can you just move away from my auntie?" Blah blah blah. I know that, and I feel secure in that. You can't say that about everybody. So when you say
cannot.
family,
You cannot.
family is not always blood. Family is sometimes just the closest motherfuckers to you, and I call y'all family.
And I call you family. That
that
is my
little
sister.
brother.
I say it all the time. That's my sister, and it is what it is. We've been rocking, and we gonna stay rocking.
Shit, yeah.
And that's what it is. Man, this was a very special episode for me, man.
It was.
Because one, we got to share the story. This is a story we don't share with a lot of folks.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's honestly, the first time it ever got shared was in a newspaper.
Really?
Yeah.
And we just recently found that article.
Yeah, I found out. So I was doing some stuff. The VA was like, I did an article. I thought it was going to be like a VA paper.
Right.
And I thought I was going to be like whistleblowing. Like, oh, let me tell you what the VA ain't doing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in the Tacoma Times. And it was front page. And
it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like how the VA ain't taking care of his veterans.
Right. Yeah,
But
it became a whole story about how I had just found my son, and
he pretty much left out all the info about the VA. It was like, nigga, this broke ass nigga done found his son. Like when you read it, it's like he's out of a job, he's struggling with this and this and this and this, and it was like, damn, nigga, you kind of shitting on us, ain't you?
I told people all the time, you can Google me, dude. I'm Googleable. I'm Googleable.
You're Googleable?
I'm Googleable.
We actually, if you really want to know, we're in
the paper twice.
We're in Tacoma Tribune twice, and we're in Seattle Tribune.
Yeah, true indeed. True indeed.
Y'all star us.
You know. So I can't lie to nobody. You can look me up and find out I've been broke for a long time.
So don't come to this motherfucker if he think you about to come up, bitch, because he ain't got no money like that.
You fuck with me, you better be prepared for struggle and strife. That's what.
No, you better have a job.
You see those pictures of him and the new boys? Don't fall for it.
Those are old.
No, you can say what you want to. I've already met them motherfuckers. All my pictures is authentic. That shit ain't nothing fucking.
They ain't fake.
Yeah,
they old.
Ain't fake.
They ain't fake, but they old.
They old. For
So
real.
don't come around here expecting no clout.
No.
Don't come around here expecting to get flew out and paid for and all that shit.
Not flued at all.
Maybe if you got some good coochie and your nails look good, he might shoot when he go get his petty manny. You might get a petty manny.
You might can get it.
If you're good. Don't come around here with no bullshit because guess what? It ain't here.
You get flown out. You better like father-son combos.
Yeah, look, it's zero tolerance for bullshit. So when you think you done got in and eased in and think you got comfortable, just when you think you got comfortable, bitch, you gonna get evicted.
Zip zero, stingy with De Niro. That's what it is. Hey, final words, Miss Newman.
Ooh, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And if you are not, I don't give a damn if you are, but if you are not doing anything this Tuesday, I'm headlining at Tacoma Comedy Club, Haha Tuesdays on 6th and Proctor. I need y'all in abundance because for some reason, they don't think that I can feel that motherfucker, but I think I did it once.
Yes, you have.
Okay, yes. And the second time I didn't get a chance to, do what I need to do. But this time, this is all new shit. And I will be talking about sucking dick.
And we will be in full effect.
That's right. The family will be there.
Yes.
So, this Tuesday, August 11th, come check your girl out at Tom.
Man, I'm going to say that. Hold on, I'm going to give you final words. I'm going to give you final words. But I'm going to say make sure one thing. The month of September, it is the battle of the guest host of Haha Tuesdays. So for the month of September, please check me and Miss Newman out. We're going to be doing our thing, man. Every Tuesday is going to be a competition, $500 on the line. So make sure y'all come out to Haha Tuesdays. Yeah. So make sure y'all come out Haha Tuesdays. Me and Miss Newman as well. September 13th, we'll be doing our first comedy gig together on MLK. So make sure y'all tune in for that, man.
Sunday Funnies.
Sunday Funnies. You know what I'm saying? That's what we calling it. The Sunday Funnies. So make sure y'all tune in for that. I'll be dropping information about that. Man, this was a great show for me because one, it is 16 years since my son has been in the state of Washington. Two, because it is my son's 33rd birthday. And three, this is important for me, man. So one, God bless you and happy born day, son.
Yes.
Appreciate
Yes.
it.
I love you to death. Final words.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna get a little serious. I know a lot of people that done been in my situation. I done met a lot of people that I done been in a lot of people's lives at the very moment they met their dad. If you got an opportunity to meet your dad, regardless what your relationship is, take advantage of it. You never know what the turnout could be.
Word.
Regardless what the situation is, they fault, mom's fault, your fault. Man, put that shit behind you. You never know. Your dad could be the best thing that come to your life. You feel me? 16 years ago, I didn't know nothing about my dad. And here we are 16 years later. So
Best friends they are. Best friends.
Matter of fact, that's what it is.
Yes.
Yo, this is Coffee and Condoms. You can catch us next Saturday. Same bad time, same bad channel. 2 fingers. I'm out.
Stay hungry.
Never again. I'm gonna tell you.
Coffee and Condoms.
So passive.
Never again. I'm gonna.
That I was wrong today, put on their glasses. That I was gone today, reread the tablet. I am just a human doing shit you can't fathom.
Podcast with me, your host, Scooter, aka the Funky Grandpa. This is Coffee and Condoms, and you are tuning into the newest podcast going down. It's bananas. I am your host, the Funky.
Y'all give it up one more time for Frederick White. Yeah. Yo, let me tell you, Fred. I'm gonna tell you, Fred. You got it good. You can mess with big joints. I can't mess with a big joint. Look at me. It's just not enough man meat on me. I can't have a joint walking me in the bedroom like dropping me on the bed, rolling me on the covers. You know what I'm saying? If I mess with a big woman, it's only because I'm being adventurous. I had a big chick one time. She was 6 foot Samoan and black. She got on the bed. When she bent over, I was standing on the bed. Her ass was all the way right here. I didn't know how to get into that motherfucker. I was double dutching and everything. I was like, shit. I had to fucking jump off the bed and onto that motherfucker. Like a little pit bull on a motherfucker.